Hey, 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 welcome, Transfer Cats. We are live at Cal State San Marcos. I wish you could see today. It is beautiful. It is in the 70s. We are in northern San Diego County, and it is gorgeous. I am here with Lisa Medina, the Director of Admissions and the Registrar, and we are talking about the land of the Cougars here. That's our mascot, and we're going to dive into some questions about Cal State San Marcos. If you haven't checked out Cal State San Marcos, please do. This is a beautiful campus. Anyway, Lisa, thank you for joining me today, and I want to just give you a second to introduce yourself. Tell us, how did you get here? How has your journey brought you to Cal State San Marcos?
Well, first, thank you so much, Scott, for having me. I it's been many years since I first was introduced to Cal State San Marcos. I was a transfer student.
Oh, wow.
Yep, I'm first generation. Nobody else in my family had gone to college before. And I started, if I go back a little bit, I started at a private university on the East Coast. That's where I grew up
Okay.
and moved out to California. Went to
Left the winters behind.
I sure did. All that snow.
Yeah.
I get to visit the snow.
Yeah.
And so when I moved to California, I went to the San Diego Community College District, Mesa Community College here in San Diego. I spent a couple of years there and then transferred to Cal State San Marcos.
Awesome.
I took a couple more years to finish my degree, graduated, and then I moved on to the Peace Corps for a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
So I made full circle
Yeah.
after that.
Where did you go?
I went down to Ecuador,
Oh
actually,
my gosh.
South America for 2 years.
Okay.
Incredible experience.
Yeah.
I was, being a first generation student and, family not having experience with college, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I graduated. And my major was economics, so there wasn't an obvious industry to go into for work. And I bumped into the opportunity for the Peace Corps, so I did that.
I still don't, listeners, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. So it's a journey. You just got to get yourself on a positive path. But it sounds like you have definitely done that in Ecuador. How's your Spanish?
Fluent.
Oh my goodness.
Still, yeah, my husband is from Mexico, so I
Okay.
speak it on a regular basis.
Well, we have something in common. My Spanish is not fluent, but my French is. My wife's French, so I did a study abroad. I lived in Europe as well.
Oh, wow.
And for all the transfer students out there, study abroad is so eye-opening. It's amazing. And nowadays, virtually every university has a study abroad program, either through their school, or they'll have like summer opportunities, excursions, intersessions, or they partner with other schools. So
We
definitely check it out.
we have those at Cal State San Marcos. I see all the time. We've got, posters and A-frames all over campus, and there are often advertising for these experiences, sometimes a full semester, sometimes a month, various experiences across the world. I agree. They are so important.
Eye-opening. Okay, so speaking of success and changing your world, programs that help transfer students succeed. So if I was a transfer student coming to Cal State San Marcos, what would I expect? How would I be engaged? What should I get involved in?
I will say that, first of all, for all of our students coming to Cal State San Marcos, this is a community. If you compare to other universities, maybe a bit larger, you might feel lost sometimes,
Mhm.
but so much of what we do at Cal State San Marcos is really centered around making students feel that they belong, that they have a sense of community. And that goes for our transfer students for sure. We were talking a little bit earlier about the fact that our campus has a pretty good split between transfer students and students coming straight out
Mhm.
of high school. So we're very aware that,
You said it was almost half, or
yeah,
right?
it's pretty close.
Pretty
Yeah.
close to
I think
half
just over 45%, something like that.
is transfers.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep.
So if you're a transfer, you're in really good company here.
Absolutely. Yes. And in terms of programs, we've got a lot of the types of programs you might be familiar with at the community college, like EOP. I think it's usually EOPS,
Mhm.
TRIO. We also have other really helpful academic resources for our students. Some of the other academic resources that we have include our tutoring centers. So we
Uh-huh.
have math and writing. We also have some tutoring opportunities specific to our C-STEM programs, which are great for
Mm.
students in the STEM area. So when it comes to programming, for transfer students, academically and socially, there's a lot of really great opportunity here. We have life
Mhm.
centers, so student life centers like the Black Student Center. Our newest is the American Indian Student Center.
Nice.
And it's still growing in terms of what they're trying to do to support students. But I would say that when transfer students arrive to Cal State San Marcos, they don't find themselves lost. They find that there are places for them to sort of plug in and immediately feel part of the community.
Absolutely. And you probably go over that in the transfer orientation too.
Yes,
When students come in first.
absolutely. In fact, our orientation offers a transfer success like certificate program. So they
Mm.
don't have to complete it. It's certainly part of the normal orientation process. But on top of that, we have a transfer success track that sort of exposes students to these other opportunities and helps them to be successful in their first semester.
Awesome. Well, speaking of growth, I first came here probably with students. I brought a busload of students in 2011. So it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot has changed. I mean, if you were to see this campus, folks, watch my video on time to transfer, you get a little taste of it, but it's beautiful. A lot of brand new buildings. They say that students at Cal State San Marcos have the best leg development of any student in the state because there's a lot of
The
stairs, which is
stairs.
really great. But it's really grown. So tell me about like future plans, growth. What's next for Cal State San Marcos?
Of course, that is one thing that you cannot miss when you arrive on campus because the growth is right in front of us. Construction is happening.
Mhm.
It's happening on campus, also off campus a little bit. So, some of the things that are coming, we have a new engineering building that's being built
Mm.
here on campus, which is exciting. It's going to expand our engineering programs and the ability for our faculty to expand those programs. Also across the street, they're building new residence halls and a recreation and wellness center, which the renderings I've seen of this building are really cool. Like
Awesome.
students are going to have places to relax and exercise and do some really important things for their wellness. And then housing is expanding as part of that. We're having, I think it's something like over 1,000 new beds in the next year.
Wow.
So, yes, there's growth happening in many ways on our
That's
campus.
huge because typically Cal States don't guarantee transfer housing, but historically Cal States have been more commuter schools and you see more residential. But to find a campus that's really committed to growing their housing, that's awesome because again, we're in northern San Diego County, which is amazing. Can I get an applause? Let's see. Ah, there we go. How's that? Right? That's all of our transfer students in the audience applauding more housing. That's great. All right. So one thing I always love to ask is the kind of secret, how In and Out has the secret menu, So is there a secret place to grab a great bite to eat here in San Marcos that nobody knows about? But they
So
will now.
they will now, right? So get ready, folks, over
Yeah.
at Copper Kings. So one of the places that I've discovered recently is it's Copper Kings Burgers. It's on San Marcos Boulevard.
Mm,
It's very easy to get to from here. It's really small, but it's a great place to grab a burger. It's sort of little known because of its location, but
okay.
it's a great one. I'll also say that North City, just across the street, where while it's not a secret, is also really cool part of our community because it's sort of this mixture of our campus community with the local community and the development that's happening in San Marcos. When it comes to restaurants, stores, we don't know all of it yet. We kind of get these little whispers of what will be coming in that area, what they're building over there. But there's an Italian restaurant, there's sushi. We got a lot of great
Well, and I've
opportunities.
been here on campus. Your food court is quite nice too.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
and
have a great like Mediterranean place that.
yes,
Mm,
campus food is good. We've got one dining hall right now, and as part of that construction I was mentioning, there's another dining hall coming, and
okay.
so yeah, lots of
And your
choices.
Division 2 athletics,
That's
right?
right.
Okay.
Yes.
How are we doing this year?
Well, every year it seems like we've got at least two or three teams in the championships for different reasons. So our women's and men's sports do really well in Division
Awesome.
Two. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. So this is a great place to transfer to to live, to study, to work out, to be part of athletics. You have a big support network. What's your favorite part about being here in the San Marcos community?
Well, I live in this community,
Okay.
so I love that I get to work here and live here.
Yeah.
It's close by, and I feel a part of that community. So, with that, I would say I think there's, especially in Cal State San Marcos, there is this feeling that Cal State San Marcos has this great contribution to our community.
Mhm.
We are serving our local area, San Marcos, Escondido, Vista, and you feel that here. We're really integrated into this region. Employers, they all know who we are. They're
Yeah.
all looking for our students. And so I think that's one of my favorite things about working here is feeling a part of the community that I live in.
Absolutely. And downstairs on the first floor, I saw the Career Center. I saw it was pretty packed too. It's like there was a bunch of students in there just getting involved. Imagine you've made a lot of networks within the community for internships and jobs and things like that.
Yes, one of the things I would say that San Marcos, really all of the majors in one way or another focus on is applied learning and experiences. And
Mhm.
so internships are a part of most majors on campus. And then there's also opportunities for research. Some of the coursework and capstone courses that we do really have this focus on taking that learning and applying it, whether that's with a local employer or some other organization to be able to apply their learning. And so, yes, the Career Center is part of that. But overall, I think it's also sort of baked into our programs.
That's awesome. Well, I really want to thank you. Real quick, I know a lot of students have applied in October and November, and I think some of the Cal States have kept their applications open. When should students normally hear back when they apply? And is there anything in particular that they can do to better their chances of getting into this great school? Major prep? I don't know.
Yeah, great question. One of the things we've tried to do over the past few years at Cal State San Marcos is find ways to remove barriers for our transfer students to sort of simplify the process, but also to expand access so that more students can apply. And we've done that by extending deadlines, making room for the students who are coming late to the
Mhm.
game. And that continues to be the case this year. But I would say applying early is always good. That's always good advice. It'll get you your decision sooner. On our campus, you do have to submit transcripts so that we can evaluate you for admission. One of the reasons that we do that is because we actually evaluate that and put it on your record. So by the time it comes for you to enroll, it's all there. When you're going to
Ooh.
pick your classes, you have a complete degree plan.
Prerequisite waivers and everything are built in. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep, they don't have to worry so much about that. So the earlier you
Yeah,
do that, the more likely that all of that will be ready for you.
outstanding. Well, transfer students out there, I hope you come check out this campus. It is beautiful. It is full of supports, and it's just a dynamic place to be. And it's growing, and you feel that just in here. So super cool. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us today, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.